Welcome back to Awesome Possum Hobbies and Games. I am Chris, and today we have got another box opening of Magic Gathering Universes Beyond Fallout, and this one is Scrappy Survivors featuring our loyal companion, Dogmeat. Let's go. Here we are with Scrappy Survivors featuring Dogmeat, the ever loyal. This one includes a collector booster sample pack, plus 2 legendary traditional foils, and a bunch of extra waste. If you go to your local game store, hopefully you can pick these up right now. The price point for them is supposed to be $49.99. My local game store has been selling them for $59.99, and they are almost 100% sold out. And they got screwed on their allocation from their distributor. They got only a portion of what they requested, which is a shame. When I was there on Friday, this was the first one for them to sell out, which is great for them. Unfortunately, not great for us consumers, which means prices will be going up. On top of that, I've been looking at prices. The collector booster boxes, man, last week they were $400. Which is supposedly the full retail price. You're able to find them on TCG Player for as much as $330 yesterday at noon. Today, when I last looked, was $388. So they are quickly matching, going up to where retail prices, because the supply is not meeting what the demand is. And those collector booster packs have some amazing looking cards, the full arts, the surge foils. They're great. So I was able to pick these up though. A full set of 4 from TCG Player. They had their weekend where they have their pre-release prices. I got this for $160 for all 4, so about $40 each. I can tell you right now, there's more than $40 worth of cards in here. I'm a big fan. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Happy with my purchase. The only thing is, there's so much garbage, so much stuff. So you guys get a nice little cardboard deck box. These are always garbage. Straight in recycling. You get all this packaging that has counters. I don't know if anyone actually plays with those. Inside here though, get a nice little paper envelope with the collector booster pack sample. A nice little spin down counter, which I give those to people at my game store if they want them. And of course, the actual deck that we pay for. Put this stuff recycling real quick, and let's go ahead and focus in here on the cards. And we'll open it up and go through, zoom out a little bit, quickly go through the Dogmeat deck, the ever loyal. So first card is Dogmeat, ever loyal. 1 red, 1 green, 1 white. It's a 3 legendary creature dog. When it enters the battlefield, mill 5 cards and return an aura or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, create a junk token. If you don't know what a junk token is an artifact with tap, sacrifice this artifact, exile top card of your library. You may play that card this turn, activate only as a sorcery. Preston, Garvey, Minuteman. 1 red, 1 green, 1 white, 2 colorless, 4/4 legendary creature human soldier. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a green aura enchantment token named Settlement attached to one of your target lands you control. It's enchant land, and enchant land has tap to add 1 mana of any color. And whenever Preston Garvey Minuteman attacks, untap each enchanted permanent you control. So if you have some way of enchanting him, it makes it even better. Brotherhood Outcast, 1 white, 2 colorless, 3/2 creature human soldier. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Return target aura equipment card from with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, or you can put a shield counter on target creature. Too bad it only happens once. That's why it is uncommon. Commander Sophia Dagari. 1 white, 3 colorless, 1/3 flash, human pilot, crash landing. When this card enters the battlefield, destroy up to one target legendary permanent. That permanent's controller creates a junk token. Nice little legendary remover. Next card is Acquired Mutation. 1 red, 2 colorless enchantment aura. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. And whenever enchanted creature attacks, defending player gets 2 rad counter. So you can put this on someone else's card to make it so they have to attack and not attack you. And whoever they're attacking is getting some rad counter, so even better. Next card is Crimson Caravaner. 1 red, 2 colorless, 1/2 creature human scout, double strike, trample, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you get to create a junk token. So if someone pumping it, gets even better. And the Reckless. 1 red, 1 colorless, legendary creature human warrior, 2/1. And whenever this card attacks, if it's modified, you may have it deal damage equal to its power to any target. Bighorn Rancher. 1 green, 4 colorless, creature human ranger, 2/5, vigilance. It taps to reduce any amount of green mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So if it's the only one you have, it produces 2. Sacrifice this card. You may gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. Other creatures. Big deal. Big deals. Can't do it for yourself. Breakdown. 1 green, 2 colorless, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Create a junk token. Good card. Gunner Conscript. 1 green, 1 colorless, creature human mercenaries at 2/2 trample, and it gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. And when it dies, if it was enchanted, create a junk token. Whenever it dies, if it was equipped, you get to create a junk token. Super Mutant Scavenger. 1 green, 4 colorless, 5/5 creature mutant warrior. It has trample, and then when this card enters the battlefield or dies, return up to 1 target aura or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. Well rested. 1 green, 1 colorless, enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchant creature has, whenever this creature becomes untapped, put +2/+1/+1 counters on it. And then you gain 2 life and draw a card. This ability only triggers once per turn. Agility Bobblehead. Bobblehead series, these are great. Cost 3 mana. So artifact Bobblehead. And then it taps to produce 1 mana of any color, or you pay 3 and tap it. Up to X target creatures you control each gain haste until end of turn, and can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control as you activate the ability. Next one is Perception Bobblehead. 3 colorless mana. Artifact Bobblehead. Taps to reduce any 1 color. 3 colorless mana tap. Look at top X cards of your library, where X is the number of bobbleheads you control, where you may cast a spell with mana value 3 or less from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Silver Shroud Costume. I don't know if this card's any good or not. Let's wait and see. 2 colorless mana for a artifact equipment. Has flash. When it enters the battlefield, attached to target creature you control, that creature gains Shroud until end of turn, and then equipped creature can't be blocked. It has equip cost of 3. All Glitters. It's great reprint. Path to Exile. Another great reprint. There's always room for more. Valorous Stance. 1 white, 1 colorless. Choose 1 target creature gains indestructible until end of turn, or destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Sticky Fingers. It costs 1 red mana. Enchant creature. Enchant creature has menace, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And then when an enchant creature dies, you get to draw a card. Abundant Growth. Reprint. Fertile Ground. Reprint. Rancor. Reprint. Squirrel Nest. Reprint. Wild Growth. Reprint. Behemoth Sledge. Reprint. Arcane Signet. Reprint. Brass Knuckles. Reprint. Explorer Scope is a reprint. Fire Shrieker. 3 colorless mana. Artifact This is a reprint as well. It's an artifact equipment. Equipped creature has double strike for 2 colorless mana for equipped. Soul Ring reprint. Codsworth, Handy Helper. For 1 white, 2 colorless, it's a 2/3 legendary artifact creature. Robot commanders you control have ward 2, and then it taps, reduce 2 white mana. Spend this mana only to cast and or equip equipment spells, and then you can tap it to attach target aura or equipment you control to a target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Pre-war formal wear. For a white and 2 colorless, it's an artifact. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and attach this card to it. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and vigilance. Your card. Idolized. 1 white, 1 colorless, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchant creature has, whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +X/+X, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control. Wow. Vault 101. Birthday Party. 1 white, 3 colorless, enchantment saga. Chapter 1, create a 1/1 human soldier creature token and a food token. Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, you may put a aura or equipment card from your hand on the your graveyard onto the battlefield. If it's an equipment, if it's put on the graveyard or into the battlefield this way, you can attach it to a creature you control. Great card for an equipment deck. Duchess Wayward Tavern Keep. 1 red, 3 colorless for 3 legendary creature human. Citizen Hunters or higher. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on it. You can pay 1 and remove a quest counter from a permanent you control. Create a junk token. And it's a 4/3. Next card is Grim Reaper's Sprint. 1 red, 4 colorless. Morbid. This costs 3 less to cast. If a creature dies this turn, enchant creature. When this card enters the battlefield, untap each creature you control. If it's in the main phase, there's an additional combat phase. Enchant creature has +2/+2 and haste. Junk Jet. 1 red, 1 colorless. When it enters the battlefield, you create a junk and then pay 3. Sacrifice another artifact. Double equipped creature's power until end of turn, and it only costs 1 to equip. Next cards, Megaton's Fate. 1 red, 5 colorless sorcery. Choose 1. Disarm. Destroy target artifact. Create 4 treasure tokens. Or detonate. Megaton's Fate deals 8 damage to each creature. Each player gets 4 rad counters. Next card is Vault 21. House Gambit. 1 red, 1 colorless for Enchantment Saga. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, discard a card, then draw a card. Chapter 3, reveal up to 5 non-land cards from your hand. For each of those cards that has the same mana value as another card, revealed this way, create a treasure token. Next card, Veronica Dissonant Scribe. 1 red, 2 colorless, legendary creature, human, artificer, rogue. It's a 3/3 menace for only 3 minutes, not bad. Whenever Veronica Dissonant Scribe attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards from your hand for the first time, create a junk token. Animal Friend. 1 green, 1 colorless, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchant creature has, when this creature attacks, create a 1/1 squirrel creature token, put a +1/+1 counter on that token for each aura and equipment attached to this creature other than Animal Friend. Strong back. 1 green, 2 colorless. It's a enchantment aura, enchant creature. Equip abilities you activate that enchant creature costs 3 less to activate. Aura spells you cast that target enchant creature costs 3 less to cast. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. Almost perfect. 1 green, 1 white for colorless enchant creature. Enchant creature has base power and toughness 9-9/10 and has indestructible. Armory Paladin. 1 red, 1 white, 1 colorless. Creature human knight, 3/3 trample. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or an equipment spell, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until the end of your next turn. Kate the Cage Brawler, 1 green, 1 red. Legendary creature, human warrior, 1/1. As long as it's your turn, Kate Cage Brawler has indestructible. Whenever Kate attacks you and a defending player each draw a card, and then discard a card. Put 2+1/+1 counters on Kate if you discard the card with the highest mana value among those cards, tied for the highest. Cast Hand of Vengeance. 1 white, 1 red, 2 colorless, for 3 legendary creature, human ranger with vigilance. Whenever this card or another creature you control dies, if it was enchanted or equipped, return any number of aura cards that were attached to it from your graveyard. From your graveyard to the battlefield, attached to target creature. Then attach any number of equipment cards that were attached to that creature. Inventory management. 1 red, 1 white instance split second for each aura and equipment you control. You may attach it to a creature you control. Moria Brown, Guide Author. 1 white, 1 red, 1 colorless, 2/3 legendary creature, human citizen. When this card enters the battlefield, create a colorless equipment artifact creature named Wasteland Survival Guide, and equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter among permanents you control, and equip 1. When you attack, put a quest counter on target non-land permanent you control. Next card is 3 Dog Galaxy News DJ for 1 red, 1 white, 1 colorless. It's a 1/5 legendary creature, human bard. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 colorless mana and sacrifice an aura attached to 3 Dog. And when you sacrifice an aura this way, for each other attacking creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that aura attached to that creature. Next card is Mr. Gutsy. 2 colorless mana, artifact creature, robot soldiers, a 1/1. Whenever you cast an aura or equipment spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on this card. When this card dies, create X junk tokens where X is number of 1/1 counters on it. Pip-Boy 3000 for 1 colorless mana is an artifact equipment with equip 2. Whatever equipped creature attacks, choose 1. Sort inventory, draw a card, and then discard a card. Pick a perk, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Or check map, untap up to 2 target lands. Junktown. Junktown is a land. Taps produce a colorless mana. You can pay a red and 4 colorless mana and tap to sacrifice it. Create 3 junk tokens. Sunscorched Divide. It's a land. Pay 1 and tap it. Produces a red or a white. Mantle of Ancients. This is a great, I believe this is a reprint. 2 red, 3 color, or 2 white, 3 colorless. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature you control. When it enters the battlefield, return any number of target aura and or equipment cards that can be attached to an enchanted creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Attached to this creature, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. It's a great card. Pure Steel Paladin. This is a great reprint for just 2 white creature. Human Knight. Whenever equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. Metalcraft equipped creature. Equipment you control have equip 0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Single Combat. This is a reprint. Blasphemous Act, great reprint. Chaos Warp, another reprint. Heroic Intervention, very expensive reprint, though it was $12 2 weeks ago. Now it's down to $6. We'll see how long it's going to stick around there, because this is one of the great, best save your creature spells in the game. Basset's Collar is a reprint. Bloodforged Battle Axe, reprint. Champion's Helm, reprint. Masterwork of Ingenuity. This is a new card. 1 colorless mana. Artifact equipment. You may have Masterwork of Ingenuity enter the battlefield as a copy of an equipment on the battlefield. Canopy Vista, reprint. Cinderglade, reprint. Clifftop Retreat, reprint. Exotic Orchard, fantastic reprint. Mossfire Valley, another reprint. Rootbound Crag, reprint. Scatter Groves, a reprint. Scavenger Grounds is a reprint. It's a good one. Sheltered Thicket is a reprint. Sungrass Prairie is a reprint. Sunpearl Grove is a reprint. Temple of Abandon, reprint. Temple of Plenty is a reprint. Temple of Triumph is a reprint. Swiftfoot Boots is a reprint. I love it's using skates. Ash Barrens, reprint. Buried Ruin, reprint. Command Tower is a reprint. Evolving Wilds is a reprint. Jungle Shrine, reprint. Path of Ancestry is a reprint. Roadside Reliquary, reprint. It's a good one too. Rogue's Passage, reprint. Temple of the False Gods, reprint. Metamorphic Expanse, reprint. And now for the basics. These are beautiful lands. I highly recommend picking up a set if you can. There's the mountains. Forest, that's a great one. Forest, forest, more forest. Plains, I love these plains. These are fantastic plains. Thick Stock, Dogmeat, Ever Loyal. And the tokens. Junk, Squirrel, Junk, Treasure, Settlement, Human Soldier, Settlement, Food, Treasure, Wasteland Survival Guide, Food, Squirrel, Radiation Counter, Copy, Radiation Counter, Copy, Radiation Treasure, Radiation Treasure, and Advertisement and Popular Formats of Magic. Those two cards go right in the recycle bin. And let's go ahead and go over the Collector's Booster Sample Pack. It's got 2 cards in it. Let's see if we get anything worthwhile or if it's just more kind of toss and junk. There's advertisement. Ooh, kind of cool stuff. First card is a Alpha Deathclaw, 1 green, 1 black, 4 colorless. This is the showcase version. Creature Lizard Mutant for a 6/6 Menace Trample. Whenever it enters the battlefield or becomes monstrous, destroy target permanent, and you can pay 7 to make it monstrous, 4 to make it a 10/10 Menace Trample. That's huge! Next card is a borderless card. Actually, this is extended. Jason Bright, Glowing Prophet, Zombie Mutant Advisor, legendary creature for a blue and 2 colorless for 2/3. And whenever a zombie or mutant you control dies, if its power was different from its base power, you get to draw a card. And then come fly with me. For 2 colorless mana, sacrifice a creature to put a +1. You get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains flying until end of turn. So good way to be able to activate that zombie mutant effect, to be able to draw some cards, to be able to fill your graveyard, or to give creatures evasion. It's good. So overall, there you go. That was the Dogmeat Ever Loyal deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have a chance, go out to your local game store, pick up a copy if you have a chance, if they're not sold out already. If not, you know, you can probably get the singles for cheaper than the cost of the deck, but you never know. Right now, the cost of these decks are going up on TCG Player as I speak. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Enjoyed this video, and until next time, keep them rolling.
And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to stay updated. Have a great day, and keep them rolling.